people question whether or not she may be grappling with erotomania. I've seen and heard that is part of what people are wondering about her. Erotomania is a subcategory of the diagnosis, which is delusion. Delusions of grandeur, purgatory delusions, things of that sort. But in order to qualify via the DSM-5, this person would not otherwise have their actions in line with schizophrenia or a mood disorder or alcohol, disorder. any other disorder. It would have to stand on its own. So if she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, then she just by default we would not be able to lean into erotomania. It would just all fall under delusions that are attached to schizophrenia.
And she's bright. She's very bright.
You know, having trauma and having been a victim of trauma, which a lot of these things are deep-seated and birthed from traumatic experiences.
She
not hereditary. Yes,
she has every reason.
A lot of things are birthed from there. Yeah.
I just want to know why. Why did you choose this story? And why did you choose me?
Well,
was I supposed to be the ultimate validation? If she could get me to validate that she's their daughter, then her life was going to be made. Was that what it was?
Well, you have built a reputation. I've seen you on interviews and platforms, and your reputation is one that tells the truth and put it out there, unadulterated, whatever.
Right.
This is the truth.
This
period.
is what it is.
It is what it is, period. So if I can get a person who is, it is what it is, straight no chaser, to validate me,
that's a huge plus.
That's a huge plus.
Yeah, but there's another side to that.
Okay.
And this isn't me being paranoid. This is just me acknowledging who I am.
Okay.
If you could get me involved in a scandalous story like this and get me caught up into involved in some of this wire fraud with all of these cash apps, that could discredit me, couldn't it?
Well, anybody caught up in fraud. Fraud means lying. And
can't trust.
Can't trust. So yeah, fraud would.
So did she attach herself to me because she was looking to validate herself? Or did she attach herself to me to kill my validation?
That would be a wonderful direct question to ask her and give her an opportunity to answer, because she is the holder of that truth.
18 months later, yeah.
The holder of that truth. I'm gonna be honest, when I hear you say that there is a cut, you know, the cut could come from her self-inflicted. It could be.
It wasn't surgical. It was shaky.
But remember, delusions
it was like somebody
sometimes
trying to make their.
So could it be that she was sex trafficked and someone tried to, you know, surgically remove?
She would have.
There's always a glimmer of truth in
But
these. It could be.
She doesn't remember the delivery. She doesn't remember the pregnancy. She doesn't remember anything.
But you figure if you don't remember the delivery, could it be that it was so traumatic? So this is just me being.
No, but she doesn't even remember carrying the baby.
Okay, that's different. That is different.
She talks about these epic moments that happened, and when I asked her what her pregnancy was like, what was it like when she first found out that she had mortis? She couldn't tell me anything.
She can't answer those things. This is me being devil's advocate, if you will. This is me saying that delusions. Delusions can be possible, but not plausible. So I'm bringing in the possibility and giving you a glimmer of maybe for the sake of the discussion and to give her a slight benefit of the doubt. It could be that the pregnancy was so traumatic she can't remember or recall those things, but not likely.
No, but there's one thing that everyone remembers: the moment she finds out she's pregnant. Everyone remembers that.
But what if that moment was so traumatic that you blocked it and repressed it?
Did you feel it? And you blocked it?
Repression is the strongest defense that our minds can employ in order to escape.
I would be able to accept it easier if she came up missing for that time. Like if she went to school and didn't come home, and then all of a sudden they found her at a park, you know.
So you just gonna give this child a story?
I don't know what it is, but there's something
Off.
off.
Yeah, there's something off. There's something off.
Because I know she has a diagnosis, but I also know she's extremely bright.
Well, she was hospitalized, but having a diagnosis
She's
doesn't
been
always.
hospitalized more than once.
But having a diagnosis doesn't always affect your intelligence.
Oh,
you are as intelligent as you are.
Actually, it can enhance it, all depending on your imagination.
Well, you can be
Like
creative.
if you're dealing with a person who's delusional and has an extremely profound imagination, that's
Listen, I work with people who have diagnoses. Everybody I sit with gets a diagnosis, right? A diagnosis. And almost all of them are extremely intelligent.
yeah,
So
very.
very intelligent. So you can, your
It's almost
brain
like you
can
gotta
have
have a problem.
Yeah, your brain can have a problem, just like your pancreas can have a problem, just like your blood sugar
Right.
can have a problem. So it doesn't affect your ability to take in knowledge and to consume knowledge and even to give it back.
Oh no, she's an excellent teacher when she wants to be.
Yeah.
To watch her paint who she is creatively is lovely.
Can she sing? I'm just curious because, all of her acquaintances, Aaliyah, R. Kelly, Drake, these are all very talented people. I'm just saying, did she get any of this talent inherited? I'm just curious. Let's talk about the other thing that's
I
like
tried to
an
give a
elephant.
singing lesson, she quit.
You heard her sing?
I took her to karaoke and everything. I was teaching her, I was training her.
Do you have the video of that?
On social media. It's on social media. She still plays videos of me. Stuff that she snapped while she was in my presence that she was so content. Most special moment with Jaguar right now. When I still cloud chasing.
I mean, as far as the cloud chasing, it pays off. It pays off in dollars and cents. It literally pays off.
$100,000 worth.
That's a lot of money, Jack. So here's a question, and it's kind of an elephant in the room. So we know that she did the ancestry test.
Yeah.
And we
She
know
did
that
3.
she did 3 of them, and we know that she denies the validity of those
They're
tests.
all inconclusive, but they all say she's from Nigeria.
Okay, so we know that. But does her age line up to the time frame in
Actually,
which she
she's
is
about 4
referring
months.
to?
She's about 4 months old.
That's it?
Yes.
So the age on her birth certificate does not line up. It
But
does
she
not.
has ID for both. She has birth certificate for some baby. I don't know who made it. I don't know.
But you've seen the birth certificate.
And when I went to go see if it was real to have it authenticated, I tried to reach somebody in Kenya. I told you she freaked out. She said, "Let me go."
Jag, this is very interesting. My heart goes out to this young lady. Whether
What a life.
my heart goes
What a
out.
life.
Yeah.
And all the people that are watching this, all they see is entertainment and they don't realize she has no place to go. Who's gonna hire her? Who's she gonna date? Who's gonna be her friends? Everybody that comes into her life is gonna see her as a quick payday.
Can I offer that maybe she's doing this because she didn't have anyone to be in her corner, to be her friend?
But the
Her idea of how she would be hired.
The internet
survive.
is not your friend. The internet
keeps
is
receipts.
not your
It
friend.
keeps receipts.
Honey, it'll generate them. It'll AI them if they don't like them. She's stuck with this. She's stuck with this forever. When she finally settles down, when she finally has children, they're gonna find out who she is. She's gonna have to explain that. and chooses that kind of future.
But if
someone that doesn't have one.
If she has schizophrenia and that is a clinical diagnosis and it is what she really has, then my heart goes out to her. Because it's outside of her control.
It becomes so popular that it goes viral. Like, for me, when it comes to information and it comes to my mind, if I know it's not true, I don't watch it at all. I don't consume it at all. I don't allow myself to consume lies, because even a clever lie can take a root in the most clearest of minds. So I really quarantine everything. If I think it smells funny, like my team has to hit me up, my mods, and say, you need to see this.
Okay, so you won't watch it for shock or entertainment value.
I don't, because I know the value of it.
But do you?
Not only that, I am that.
Well, yeah. But you do realize that the average consumer is scrolling through social media for shock and entertainment.
Honey, for nothing more than shits and giggles.
So, which is exactly why you and I are sitting here talking about Legena Gold, Angela,
Love,
whatever her name is. We're talking. You and
every
I.
last one of them got a cash app.
That's 3 cash apps. That's 3 cash apps. So you do understand why
3 cash
these
apps,
things continue to sprout up, because people are not only watching it and consuming it, but also paying into it so that it can keep perpetuating.
What about the next person who's watching her taking notes? Because someone is taking
for sure,
notes, and someone is going to step in. But is it that simple now to go viral?
Well, is it taking a show on the road? If what you're saying is true, it's a couple coming into agreement and saying, let's put on a show, take it on the road, and get paid.
And I hear you, but the thing is a lot of people are doing that now. They're creating catastrophes in their life to monetize and traumatize themselves for profit. Like, people will do anything for a YouTube channel, you know? People will do anything. Well, it used to be for TikTok until they shut the monetization down on TikTok, you know? And now you got your Facebook, and you got your monetized Instagram, and everything is monetized. They said that the revolution wouldn't be televised, but I don't think that's true. I think what they meant was the revolution will not be monetized. They
But that's not true either. That's not true either. It apparently is heavily monetized. Heavily monetized.
And we have breaks in reality like this where we have to deal with, because when I look at this footage, what I see is the victim of being an American. This is how bad it's gotten in America. That we're creating stories, we're making up lies, we're bringing the whole country in just to keep the lights on and eat some food and buy some shoes. Like, they say desperate people do desperate things.
But did you say this girl, Legena Gold, is from Nigeria?
Her family, yeah, but she grew up in Detroit.
Oh, Legena grew up in Detroit.
Detroit.
Oh, she's a fellow Michigander.
Yeah.
Okay, so she my people. She down the street from me.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why you're here, because you're going to help us find the upsides on it.
You know, I say there's always a silver lining.
There is.
We got to dig in there and find it.
Yeah.
We got to dig in there and find it.
Okay.
And we can do it.
If Drake was sitting right there, right now, what would you say to him?
I don't want to sound crazy, but I want to be violent. I want to smack him. You getting your karma for your dead kids too. And then you want to take mines and then have somebody else pretend to be her mom. His mom. Why take mines and then you want to keep yours? And then you didn't ask me. You didn't.
Why would he ask you, considering how it all came about? And that we're going to save for another time. We'll pick up there. And on that note, I want to say thank you. And yeah, we'll see you next time as we continue on in this journey, revealing Legena Gold. The term woodshed or woodshedding for artists, it means to strip yourself of everything you know, everything you've been as an art and how you relate it to your art, and walk away from all of it, abandon it, and learn something new about yourself. The Woodshed, my book, which has now become a podcast, does just that. In revealing Legena Gold, we have taken a mini dive into what it looked like to have someone in your life that was a complete stranger, just have them happen in your life for 65 days, and to cook for them, to be around them, to spend time with them. I wanted to strip Legena Gold of the character Legena Gold to find out what was really going on with Angela Wusu. And we went into her woodshed. And just as I was making it through the threshold, the door slammed. The DNA test. If she wanted to stay in my life, if she wanted to keep receiving the love and the care and the mentorship that I was offering her legitimately, with no financial reward initially, the only money I was set to make off of it was whatever we generated from the network, which was sabotaged. There was no financial gain. I just wanted to know the truth. I wanted to know why. Why did she choose that story? Why did she want to be this deleted baby that very few people knew existed? Why did she want to be the product of such a great tragedy? Why me? What was so important about my voice and my platform that made her believe that her story would be safe? I wanted to know why. And I agree with Sunshine. She does need to sit down with her. I think we all do, which is why I know that in order for this series to wrap up with some real substance and real information learned, gained, and shared, we need the reunion. We need Legena Gold live. We need her to explain what we saw. We owe it to her to give her her opportunity to tell her side of the story. And I'm glad to be able to share with everyone watching that Dr. Sunshine and Dr. Megan McGlover, the author of the hit book, Stop Lying, have agreed to sit down with me and work through this with this young woman. Her life is still in an uproar. She came to Texas from Detroit, and she's still in Texas, with no one that she met or knew. Now, before Legena came to Texas, her family was saying that she wasn't competent of living on her own, and she was a danger to herself and others, and she wasn't capable, and that's why they needed to have her committed, and that's why she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and that's why they were trying to take over power of attorney of her life. But when she left and came to Texas and moved in with me, I spared her that. I saved her the opportunity to be able to prove to the world that she wasn't as sick as people were saying, that she was capable of managing her life. And yet, after all of this and all of this time, I still haven't gotten an answer to my question for everything regarding Legena Gold. Why? People from her past, when she was in school, they said in high school, she made up stories like this for sympathy and money and attention. and she was busted and shamed and scandalized for it. Why would you want to repeat that again? If you already went through it on such a smaller level, why would you up the ante by saying R. Kelly and Aaliyah? R. Kelly is still alive. He has said vehemently that this girl is not his child, and I don't think he would deny a DNA test. Maybe that's the missing piece. Maybe I need to find out if R. Kelly will agree to take a DNA test with Angela Owusu, who calls herself Legena Gold, says that that's his child. Tasha K has been trolling R. Kelly for quite some time, since he went into jail, trying to find a way to make his incarceration monetizable and viral. It's funny, she spent all that time advocating for him, and then the second that he goes to jail, she started working against him. And in the midst of that whole time, Legena Gold was brought to me by associates that work for Tasha K. Research for Tasha K, troll for Tasha K. Maybe when Tasha K realized the R. Kelly train for content was drying up, she decided to invent some. Because I do believe Tasha K was behind the entire Legena Gold scandal. I believe she orchestrated it. I wonder if anybody's told Robert that. That might be enough information to get him to give me a DNA sample after all. But if I can get Robert Kelly to give me a sample, will Legena Gold take the test? Or will Angela Owusu run and hide again and use her mental diagnoses as a scapegoat to not take responsibility for the pain that she is reintroduced to a large group of human beings who really loved Aaliyah Dana Hart. Stay tuned. Next episode, you'll get to hear what a conversation between me and Legena sounds like after she set me up to be arrested as a fugitive and broke my bond and ran off with my enemies. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by the Woodshed Project, revealing Legena Gold. Where are the DNA results?
Girl, outside.
Where are the DNA results?
Or you want me to find somebody to test it with? Yeah, let me find somebody.
What do you mean find somebody? You did a whole video saying that you got the results and then refused to read what the results were.
It's online.
You said they were inconclusive. It's bull.
Who you working with?
Take the DNA test.
Because I've been hearing things about you.
Take the DNA test. Take the DNA. Don't you start conspiracy theorizing me. Take the DNA test. Take the DNA test. Take the DNA. I don't have to find you anybody, child. I'm not running around. Listen to me. The day that I say Esther Roll and Ben Vereen are my parents, then I gotta go find somebody. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode.